beanpress.org, and here's your weekly sports report. The Phillies take on the Boston Red Sox in the first of a three-game series on Monday, July 21st. The Phillies won the first game 3-2. Hitting highlights for the Phillies: Bryce Harper went 2 for 4 with 2 hits and 1 run. Nick Castellanos went 1 for 4 with 1 hit, 1 run, and 1 RBI. JT Realmuto went 1 for 4 with 1 RBI. Brandon Marsh went 1 for 4 with 1 hit, and Max Kepler went 1 for 3 with 1 hit and 1 walk. Pitching highlights for the Phillies: Zack Wheeler went 6 innings, allowing 7 hits, 2 runs, 1 home run, and having a staggering 10 strikeouts on the night. This game had something that we hadn't seen in the Phillies game in 54 years. The game ended on a catcher's interference in the bottom of the 10th inning, as Carlos Narvaez's glove got in the way of Edmundo Sosa as he was at bat in the bottom of the 10th, causing Edmundo Sosa to technically walk off the game. The Titans are back at it, taking on the Boston Red Sox in the second of a three-game series on Tuesday, July 22nd. The Phillies won the second game 4-1. Hitting highlights for the Phillies: Trey Turner went 2 for 4 with 2 hits and 1 run. Kyle Schwarber went 1 for 4 with 1 hit, 1 run, 1 RBI, and 1 home run. And Max Kepler went 1 for 2 with 1 hit, 1 run, 1 RBI, 1 home run, and 1 walk. But the story of the game for the Phillies is Mr. Cristopher Sanchez. Sanchez went the whole 9 innings in the game, only allowing 4 hits, 1 run, 1 home run, and having a staggering 12 strikeouts on the night. Ironically, in this game too, there was another catcher's interference called on the Boston Red Sox, as Narvaez's glove got in the way of a Phillies hitter again. The Phillies are back at it again to take on the Boston Red Sox in the final game of the three-game series on Wednesday, July 23rd. The Phillies unfortunately lost the last game, 8-9, after 11 innings. Hitting highlights for the Phillies: Trey Turner went 2 for 5 with 2 hits and 1 run. Kyle Schwarber went 2 for 5 with 2 hits, 1 run, 3 RBIs, and 1 home run. Bryce Harper went 1 for 5 with 1 hit, 2 runs, 1 RBI, and 1 home run. Nick Castellanos went 1 for 5 with 1 hit, 1 run, 1 RBI, and 1 home run. JT Realmuto went 2 for 5 with 2 hits, 1 run, 1 RBI, and 1 home run. And Bryson Stott went 2 for 4 with 2 hits, 2 runs, 1 RBI, and 1 home run. Pitching-wise for the Phillies: Jesus Luzardo went 5 innings, allowing 2 hits, 6 runs, 1 home run, 5 walks, and had 7 strikeouts on the night. Unfortunately, he let up a grand slam in this game as well. The Phillies at one point in this game were up 5-0, only to squander the lead and lose the game 9-8 after 11 innings. Coincidentally, Carlos Narvaez, the catcher who had both catchers' interferences in the first 2 games, hit the home run to put the Red Sox up by 2 in the top of the 11th. And unfortunately, the Phillies can never recover from that. Crystal Palace are back at it with some club-friendly action against Crawley Town on Friday, July 25th. Crystal Palace won the game 3-0. Goal scorers for Crystal Palace: Jean-Philippe Bentetta scored a goal in the 2nd minute, Eberiche Eze scored a goal in the 31st minute, and Daniel Munoz scored a goal in the 71st minute. Team stats for Crystal Palace: they had 19 shots with 8 of them being on target, while having 52% possession of the ball and completing 491 passes. The Phillies are back on, taking on the New York Yankees in the first of a three-game series on Friday, July 25th. The Phillies' bats were on fire this game, as the Phillies won the game 12-5. Hitting highlights for the Phillies: Trey Turner went 4 for 5 with 4 hits, 3 runs, 1 RBI, and 1 walk. Kyle Schwarber went 3 for 5 with 3 hits, 3 runs, 4 RBIs, 2 home runs, and 1 walk. Nick Castellanos went 2 for 5 with 2 hits, 2 runs, and 1 RBI. And JT Realmuto went 2 for 5 with 2 hits, 2 runs, and 1 RBI. Pitching highlights for the Phillies: Taijuan Walker went 5.2 innings, allowing 6 hits, 3 runs, 3 home runs, and 3 strikeouts. The story of the game: the Phillies' bats were on fire as they win this game. The Phillies are back at it again, taking on the New York Yankees in the second of a three-game series on Saturday, July 26th. The Phillies won again 9-4. Hitting highlights for the Phillies: Trey Turner went 2 for 6 with 2 hits, 2 runs, and 2 RBIs. Kyle Schwarber went 2 for 5 with 2 hits, 2 RBIs, and 1 walk. JT Realmuto went 2 for 4 with 2 hits, 1 RBI, and 1 walk. Brandon Marsh went 2 for 3 with 2 hits, 1 run, and 1 walk. And Max Kepler went 2 for 5 with 2 hits. Pitching highlights for the Phillies: Ranger Suarez went 5.2 innings, allowing 7 hits, 1 run, 1 walk, and having a staggering 8 strikeouts on the night. Overall, another good game for the Phillies. The Phillies play the New York Yankees in the final game of a three-game series on Sunday, July 27th. Unfortunately, the Phillies lost the last game, 3-4. Hitting highlights for the Phillies: Nick Castellanos went 1 for 4 with 1 hit, 1 run, 1 RBI, and 1 home run. And Otto Kemp went 2 for 4 with 2 hits, 2 runs, 2 RBIs, and 2 home runs. Pitching wise for the Phillies: Zack Wheeler went 5.2 innings, allowing 5 hits, 4 runs, 2 walks, and 8 strikeouts. Unfortunately, the Phillies lose the last game, but the Phillies do win the series, however, 2-1.
Thank you for listening to the BeanPress.org sports cover for this week. God bless you.